Absolutely. Here's a fully rewritten version of the story, keeping the core structure and emotion intact but changing the language and expressions entirely to avoid any reuse issues. Thanksgiving wasn't just another holiday for Simone. It was her favorite day of the year, the one time she could gather every thread of her family together and weave something beautiful out of the chaos. Every November, she poured herself into the details. Not just the meal, but the magic. Handwritten lists, oven timers layered like a symphony, notes about who liked what and where they'd want to sit. It was the kind of love you tasted in every bite. Her husband, Darren, usually let her take the lead. But this year, something was different. He was more engaged than she'd seen him in ages, bringing home ingredients without being asked, suggesting songs for the playlist, buying her an apron stitched with the words, Kitchen Commander. 2 weeks before the big day, he surprised her with 3 beautifully wrapped gifts. "No reason," he said with a smile. For the first time in a long while, she felt like he saw her again. Planning turned into a partnership. They stayed up talking about gift ideas for their parents, laughed about past Thanksgiving disasters, and dreamed about making this year even better. Simone's heart felt full, like everything was falling back into place. She should have trusted the unease that crept in behind the glow. The night before Thanksgiving, her best friend Rhonda dropped by with wine and lilies, teasing Simone about going full Martha Stewart. Darren was there too, slicing green onions just the way Simone liked, humming along to old soul music. Felt like peace, like maybe all their hard years were finally softening into something good again. Thanksgiving morning arrived golden and cool. Simone set the table with her mother's delicate china. The scent of roasted turkey, cinnamon yams, and fresh herbs filled the air. One by one, family arrived, arms full of food, hearts open. Her brother Devin joked his way through the door. Aunt Marcia demanded sweet tea before she even took off her coat. Cousins wrestled in the hallway, and the kitchen buzzed with overlapping voices and warmth. Darren was the perfect host. Attentive, charming, doting. He refilled drinks, refolded napkins, made everyone laugh. Simone stole glances at him, trying to memorize how it felt to feel loved by him again. But then his phone buzzed. He stepped out to take the call, low voice, tense shoulders. She clocked it immediately but decided to let it slide. The day was too precious. Dinner began just after sunset. Candles flickered. Dishes passed from hand to hand. Simone stood to toast the moment. To family, to love, to making it through. Glasses raised. Laughter bloomed. Then the front door opened. No knock. No heads up. The heels clicked in first, sharp, purposeful. A woman stepped in, tall, poised, wearing a blood-red dress that clung to every curve. Her lips matched the dress. Her eyes scanned the room like she belonged there. And she did, just not for the reasons anyone had expected. Her name was Kendra. Simone recognized her from photos, rumors, half-explained absences. She didn't speak right away, just walked directly toward Darren. And to Simone's horror, he met her halfway, laced his fingers with hers like they'd done it 1,000 times before. Kendra turned to the stunned room, laid a manicured hand on her visibly pregnant belly, and said, "Since everyone's here, we thought it'd be the perfect moment to share. We're expecting. And Darren's promised we'll be starting our life together once he ends this performance." The silence was immediate and brutal. Devin swore under his breath. Aunt Marcia clutched her pearls. Simone's mother looked like someone had struck her. But Simone? She didn't flinch. Instead, she stood, walked to the buffet table, and picked up a navy blue folder she had tucked behind a serving tray. She returned to the head of the table, calmly set it down and opened it. Inside, documents, contracts, board meeting minutes, notarized signatures. "Since we're trading announcements," she said, her voice smooth, "here's mine. Darren hasn't been CEO of the company in over 2 years. I bought him out while he was too busy pretending to lead and sneaking around." Kendra blinked. Darren's confidence cracked. "And you," Simone continued, eyes locked on Kendra, "should know that as of 9 a.m. this morning, the board finalized Darren's termination. No golden parachute, no company car, And no health plan for side families. The room went still. Kendra's mouth opened, then closed. Darren reached for her hand, but she pulled it away. Simone didn't cry, didn't scream. She walked back to her seat, refilled her wine glass, and smiled for real this time. Calm, collected, unshaken. She looked around the room, at the family she had held together, the meal she had built with love, and the people who watched her with awe. "Happy Thanksgiving, everyone," she said. And then she dug into her plate like nothing had ever happened.